Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Rajas Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to appreciate each and every one of you for your continued support. The Kenyan politics is getting sweeter and sweeter each day. And Kenya is the only country whereby you will never miss something to comment on politics. I am not bragging, but I want to take you back. I want to rewind your memory back to several months ago when I had told you if there is a person who is going to remain an orphan in Kenya Kwanza is Rigathi Gachagua. I gave you reasons. One of the reasons I told you, Rigathi has no support from the mountain. Zero support. Rigathi imposed himself as the deputy president, a position that was meant for Kindiki. Now, what speaks from Rigathi is the position and not Rigathi himself. Actually, it is the title DP that speaks from Rigathi Gachagua. Otherwise, Gachagua has nothing to offer if he is stripped of that office. Now, some things have been unfolding in the Kenya Kwanza government. And as I always tell you, if you want to be a good student of politics, open your third eye. Do not see politics the way you see them on television. See politics beyond the normal speeches. And I've always told my audience, I'm here to teach you. I've always told you that statements made politically are not made by accident. They have a mission to achieve. Now, Rigathi has been saying Kenya Kwanza is a company of shares. If you do not have shares in Kenya Kwanza, you do not benefit from development. He has been singing that since they were sworn in. So back in my mind, I was telling myself, okay, Luo Nyanza will never receive any development from Kenya Kwanza because they never by the way, Kaka, when I grow up, I want to be a Luo. These are people who eat from where they never planted. These are people who don't support a government, but they milk that very particular government dry. William Ruto used to swear, hey, Wajaluo, hey. Saa hii vile tunaongea, anakula ngege. Saa hii tu, he is eating fish until tomorrow. Amekuwa kwa siku 4. Now, in this particular video, I want to make you understand why Rigathi is a lone ranger in the forest. One, William Ruto has been saying, I made Raila Odinga a prime minister. I made Uhuru Kenyatta the president. Those two statements means I can make myself the president without the help of anyone because I'm a genius. Right? Because he was able to make Raila the prime minister. He was able to make Uhuru Kenyatta a president for 2 terms. This is what he has been saying. Those statements simply means Ruto is able to make himself the president minus any other support. That's according to him. Now, Rigathi has been running all over saying, I gave William Ruto 87% from the mountain. Meaning, Rigathi made Ruto the president. Haujaelewa. Rigathi has been running up and down, just thumping. Oh, I am from the mountain. I gave Ruto. Sisi ndio tulimpigia kura. Sisi ndio tulimpatia nyingi. Sisi ndio tuko na shares nyingi. Hey, all those shenanigans. Now, how do you tell a man who made Raila Odinga prime minister, who made Uhuru Kenyatta a president of 2 terms, how dare do you tell such a man that a Madira member, a 1-term Madira member of parliament made him the president? Those statements have not resonated well with William Ruto. The reason why Ruto is now cutting off Gachagua from the Kenya Kwanza government because of being loose-mouthed. In fact, if there's someone who was rescued, it is Rigathi, by being given the position of the deputy president. Secondly, yesterday, while in Luo Nyanza, Ruto made it very clear and categorical. He said, Kenya Kwanza is not a government of shares. So, he was dispelling sentiments from Gachagua that you must put the shares for you to get development. Now, Ruto made it clear yesterday, Kenya Kwanza sio kampuni. Alisema hivyo jana. Each and every Kenyan, whether you voted for Azimio, whether you voted for Kenya Kwanza, you have an equal share in this government because you are a Kenyan. That's what he said. Now, how do you know things are going south? If you are a student of politics, you can agree with me that regarding Gachagua's sentiment today marks the beginning of his falling. Now, today, Gachagua spoke to the media. He was not telling the media. At this particular point, it's what we call injury time. Gachagua cannot directly confront Ruto. He directed those sentiments to the media, but to me, those sentiments were entirely made to counter William Ruto's sentiments yesterday. And this is what Rigathi said. I want to read for you. I don't want to misquote. I want to read for you what he said today. Exactly what he said. Listen. Anasema hivi. I have no apologies for insisting that those who supported Ruto have every right to immensely benefit from this government. If that can bring a problem, so be it. These words were directed to William Ruto. Rigathi is responding to William Ruto akimwambia, kama matamshi yangu ya kusema kwamba Kenya Kwanza ni kampuni ya shares yanaleta shida, wacha kanuke. In simple terms, gentlemen, if there's a man who will die politically, it is Gachagua. The both elected and appointed leaders from the mountain could wish to align themselves to William Ruto, because we know, whether we like it or not, Ruto is going to be in power for the next 10 years. Whether you like it or not, that is a plain reality. So, our watu kina Moses Kuria, my cabinet secretary, lazima, they must align themselves to William Ruto. Ndio wapate kakitu. The recent cabinet reshuffle, the most affected cabinet secretaries were from the mountain. That simplifies what I'm telling you. Gachagua has no influence in Kenya Kwanza. Zero. The cabinet reshuffle was the beginning of cutting stems. Now wait. What is going to happen next? Hii ndoa imeanza kuharibika mapema. Ni kama pete imepotea. Na it will be messier with casualties. Rigathi has nowhere to run to. Rigathi was used as a tissue paper. Rigathi was used to fight Uhuru Kenyatta. Single-handedly. Rigathi was used to fight Raila Odinga. Single-handedly. Rigathi was used to fight Jubilee. Single-handedly. He killed Jubilee. He almost killed Uhuru Kenyatta. You remember him invading Uhuru Kenyatta's farm? But because he has nowhere to clinch on, he is now seeking a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta. That is the only way he will be relevant. But I want to tell you, Uhuru is 2 ways senior than him. William Ruto is already accommodating Raila Odinga. If William Ruto accommodates Raila, it means Uhuru comes in automatically. So Gachagua atarukwa kamba. And I told you, Matiang'i is appearing in the picture. That's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. Anyway, God bless you. Mimi ninasema wacha Kimurambe. Mimi nilimuonya nikamwambia, Gachagua, do not act blindly. Nilikuwa namwambia, and I used to advise him, do not be used blindly, because after all these wars are over, the person who will remain alone, it's you. And it's happening. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asante sana.